Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Emmanuel, I'm an airline pilot, and in this video let's go over the after landing, taxi in and shutdown procedures in the ATR 72-600 series in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So, we have just vacated the runway, have hopefully stopped the airplane all the way behind the line, as you can see. And like that, the first thing we're going to do is press the chrono button in order to start the timer, as we want to time for 2 minutes. Now let's go ahead with the after landing procedures. We are going to reset the trim to 0 units, pretty much like this. Retract the flaps. Engage the gust lock. Just move your control column a bit to be absolutely sure that the flight controls are really locked. Then we can go to the transponder. Put it into alt off, and at the same moment we can put the TCARs into standby, verify that the weather radar is in the standby position, landing and strobe lights can go off, and finally the probe heat is going to be switched off. And with all of that done, we can run the after landing checklist. Radar standby, flight controls locked, flaps 0, trims all 3 axes, reset, landing and strobe lights up here are off, anti and de-icing all the way down here is all off, probe heat off, and the TRU is off. After landing check is complete, and for this very reason up here we just started the timer, because after 2 minutes we are going to shut down engine number 1 and perform a single engine taxi. So let's go ahead and start taxiing to our gate right now. Since we still have both engines running, you can still see the airplane starts to taxi very nicely all by itself. And after 2 minutes, we are then going to shut down engine number 1. Okay, that is 2 minutes over, so let's go ahead and shut down engine number 1. This is quite easy. Engine number 1 condition lever into feather. You will note the airplane is going to start developing a tiny tendency to turn, but really not a lot. And then engine number 1 cut off. Okay. With that, our engine is shut down and we are now conducting single engine taxi operations. You will probably need a tiny bit of thrust every now and then in order to keep the airplane moving. However, overall, it behaves very, very nicely during single engine taxi. While this is going on, and after you've shut the engine down, just check on the AC valve panel up here that you actually see the fault light and that the BTC is working. And with that, the after landing checklist is basically complete. Okay. So let's go ahead and take the next parking position on our right hand side here, which is going to be number 45 for us. Taxi light is off. Slowly turn into the gate, and then keep in mind we're sitting pretty much above the nose wheel, so we want to basically park ourselves overhead the markers over here. For me personally, it always helps to look out to the side, and I just memorized a point over here on the asphalt. Now I'm stopping right on top of it. Okay, parking brake is set, and now we can go ahead and start shutting down our other engine. So keep in mind we don't have an APU, so we're going to bring engine number 2 into hotel mode. And what we're going to do is the following. With the engine shut down, we are going to check the system pages and check the brake accumulators. We can see we've got 3000, 3000 and 3000 psi. The taxi and takeoff light is off, the parking brake is set, and now we can go ahead and feather engine number 2. So the engine is feathered, we are going to watch it spool down. And after a little while, once the engine is spooled down, we are going to check on the overhead panel and observe the ready light for the propeller brake to be illuminated there. Now, we can see the ready light is illuminated, so we are going to engage the propeller brake. Sometimes a little bit hard to find the click spot. Here we go. Propeller brake is on. And you can see the propeller brake has engaged, and the propeller itself has already stopped down here. So, with that, the propeller is stopped. We can visually verify it from the first officer's seat if we want to, but it's a little hard to see, but you can kind of see the propeller over here. So, with the propeller visually verified to be stopped, we can now go ahead, switch off the beacon light, switch off the no PD and the seatbelt sign, install the tail prop as needed. The transponder can go into standby mode, and with that we can read the parking checklist. Well, let's go parking checklist, park and brake, engaged, taxi and takeoff lights, off, condition lever number 2, in the feather position, beacon is off, transponder, standby, tail prop in position, seatbelts off, and that is the parking checklist completed. Now, depending on the airport where you are, the ground crew is either going to have an external power unit available or not. In our case, let's assume they do have one available, so chocks are going to be in position. The ground power is connected, and like that we can switch on the ground power, and then we can shut down the remaining engine. And that's going to be it. That is our flight completed. So, securing the aircraft is quite easy actually. So let's go ahead and select the appropriate checklist. At the end of the parking checklist we choose if new leg, that is what you choose when you fly another sector, or if leaving aircraft, we're going to leave the aircraft, so let's select that. And we can basically do this as a read and do checklist. However, for the purpose of demonstration, let's go ahead and show it straight out of the FCOM. So, main oxygen supply off, ice and rain protections all off, emergency lights off, radar off, condition lever number 2, fuel shut off, fuel pumps 1 and 2 off, and with that we are pretty much done. So let's quickly go ahead and read the checklist. Main oxygen supply off, ice and rain protection off, exit lights off, emergency exit lights disarmed, radar off, condition lever number 2 shut off, fuel pumps off, CDLS off, and that basically leaves us with the external power and the battery. So, assuming that our deboarding is complete and that everything is done, let's go ahead. External power off, battery off, and that is the leaving aircraft procedure complete. Alright, that's going to be it for this series of tutorials. I hope you liked this one. Do let me know in the comments below, and I'm really looking forward to see you all again on the next one. For now, thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, then like, comment and subscribe. And if you really love what I'm doing, I would appreciate a small donation through the Buy Me a Coffee link in the video description below, or to welcome you as a channel member, which is going to give you exclusive early access to new videos before they're released for everyone else. Thank you for watching, and I'm looking forward to see you all again very soon.